Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Jahliali in this incarnation. I am here today to talk about the new moon in Scorpio that we are going to have on November 1st. So, this is happening in the degree 9 with 35 minutes of Scorpio. People that have planets 3 degrees before or after of this lunation or ascendant in fixed signs Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, of course. They are going to be impacted in a more powerful way, but we are all going to feel this. And we have to understand that this is not about one day. This is a manifestation, that is opening from, it is active from today, from the moment that I am doing this video. And it is very connected with transits and aspects that we have been transiting the last weeks. So this event closes officially the eclipse season. And as every new moon initiates a cycle of 6 months, it has a lot of aspects that I am not going to deepen in every of them. I'm going to focus in the things that I think are more important because it has a lot of major configurations where are involved, in which are involved many planets. They are creating tensions, but also harmonic aspects, which it is telling us that there are challenges in this cycle of 6 months, but they also involve big opportunities for this new beginning. So, and the energy of a Scorpio every year, every new moon in Scorpio, it is inviting us to recognize the need of observing the areas of our life in which the energy has been stagnant. Where it is not circulating, so there is no life. That is the real death, actually. So these beginnings involve letting go of something, liberating ourselves from a perception, a relationship, and a space, a situation that is not representing evolutionary growth anymore. So it is an energy that takes us to the depths of ourselves and the circumstances. To recognize the aspects that we have the tendency to deny, because when we are denying them, they are going to project on the outside in people or situations that could cause rejection, but they are reflecting exactly what we need to integrate. So it is an energy that removes what was hidden, the taboo, and even the rotten things of the human nature. But as I said, if we are denying something that cannot be transformed, once that we can accept and integrate, then we are able to transmute. So topics that are associated to this lunation, sexuality, the shadow, which means the unconscious, what we are not seeing, traumas, obsessions, envy, attachments, resentment, being paranoid, everything could emerge to be transmuted. So what happens in here is that both regions of the lunation, which one of them is Pluto, that is in the critical degree 29 of Capricorn for the last time in our lives until November 19th, and Mars in Cancer, that is creating an exact opposition by this moment. It is going to be perfected on November 3rd, but it is exact by this moment. So this is active for a while, has been active for a while, and it is about choosing the direction in which we want to put our energy, because this could be very destructive in a certain way, or this could help us to grow. This could be traduced in holding to the fear of losing, in the emotional attachment in a non-healthy way, not a healthy way, trying to control the experiences in resistance to the transformation, or we can use that same force to grow, facing what we need to face. So collectively, we are seeing this, how many things that were hidden are emerging in many spaces of society. And this is like the tip of the iceberg of what is really hidden. We are seeing a tiny portion of this. And even though there are many things that are not impulsed with luminic intentions from the axis of power, what happens has an evolutionary purpose. And we can see that a great portion of the collective also is in resistance to the fall that is imminent of the system, how we knew it until now. So if we are occupied in sustain what is collapsing, we cannot put our energy in building the new. Um, what happens is also impulsing us to be a more aware society, a much more aware society, and we need that. Um, but we have to be brave to face the process, because there is an inner paradigm that needs to be transformed. So configurations Mars Pluto are also synchronic with activations of volcanoes, and well, the lowest vibration of this is violence and destruction, and that comes from a low level of consciousness. um, Uranus in Taurus will also receive aspects, and well, this is associated to terrestrial changes and economic ones. But this is part of things that we have been experimenting too. Okay, let's go with the things that we can do that can actually impact also the collective. You know, our individual processes are part of the whole. So the lunation, it is given in a trine with Saturn retrograde in Pisces. It is a harmonic aspect that speaks to us um, about the decisions that we are executing from the responsibility and the commitment with our own soul. So everything that we are doing from that space, it is accompanied by the cosmos. Structures and constructions and buildings that we are carrying on from our most purified intentions, because the energy of Scorpio is inviting us also to understand what is moving ourselves to do the things that we are doing, from which space we are doing that. And every intention that is connected to our soul, it is like flowing with this aspect. It could materialize opportunities or fruits of something that we have invested our energy in. Well, then we have a major configuration, which is a mystical rectangle. It is composed by two trines, two sextiles, and two oppositions. Four of them are harmonic aspects, and we have the two oppositions, which are tensions. One of the oppositions, it is Mars and Pluto, and the other one, it is Mercury in Scorpio in an opposition with Uranus retrograde in Taurus, and it is separative. This means that this opposition will be perfected before the lunation. And so this is a door, and I did a very primary drawing for you to see, because I don't have the capacity to do this in the transmissions of YouTube with my phone. But it is literally a door. These are the oppositions, you know, and these are the harmonic aspects. So I wanted you to see this, because this means that there are challenging situations, but also, a great portal of transformation. That is the title of the video. The opposition between Mercury and Uranus, in first place, are talking about news, information, conversations, or inner revelations that could be very sudden, very unexpected, that are producing a radical cut, or a change in any situation. And because it is a tension, it could be challenging to process that. But at the same time, if we are open to integrate that, it is shown an evolutionary potential of creativity to in that change. Then the opposition of Mars and Pluto that I've been talking a lot in the last videos, it is about facing the death of something, facing the fear, facing the process of detachment of what we have to leave behind. And it is about understanding that we are choosing what we are feeling here and now, which doesn't mean that we have to repress our emotions, but everything that persists in time, it is because we are feeling that with our mind. So something that I say a lot in this channel, it is that when we have a sense of purpose, a place where we can put our energy, which is not, running from ourselves. It is a force that helps us to move forward. That contributes to redirect this energy when we are, going to into an extreme, because energy of Pluto and Scorpio shows us lessons linked with the extremes about, wanting to exercise the power by controlling a situation or trying to impose ourselves, or feeling that something out there, it is the enemy, or it is an experience that tries to destroy us because we are giving that the power. And actually, what is outside, what could represent the threat, it is what helps us, what is helping us to leave behind what is not essential in this phase of the path anymore. So these sextiles and the trines are telling us that if we simply can let go of the resistance to whatever thing is presenting in reality, which could be something challenging, um, it is opening this portal of growth and marvelous opportunities that are shown once we are, with the disposition to cross. And it is also an energy that sustains us to collaborate with the rebirth, from the ashes. But we have to allow that everything that has to turn into ashes, that has to be pulverized, can do that. So we can enable the new beginning. This is very, very associated with the energy of Scorpio. Then we have another major configuration that it was part of a lot of lunations ultimately in 2024. It is a cosmic guide, and this time the focal point, it is Uranus in Taurus, Mars in Cancer, and Neptune retrograde in Pisces are making harmonic aspects. And Mercury, as I said before, it is making this opposition, Mercury in Scorpio with Uranus. So mostly this configuration has harmonic aspects with one tension, which is opposition, and this is inviting us to, we are impulsed to encourage to the change, or to allow that life can change us. And it is a key to practice observing things with a higher purpose. And only when we can do this question from a genuine space, we are creating the vessel so things can be revealed. It is also about opening up to the potential that the situations can have, to expand resources that we didn't consider before, to materialize new experiences, and to move ourselves to unknown places, but can revitalize, I don't know if I'm inventing that word, our lives, that can connect actually with the fertile aspects, which is very associated with Taurus. Then we have a grand trine of water. This also is a configuration that was part of the last lunations. It is something that it has been repeated. This time it is conformed by Neptune retrograde in Pisces, Mars in Cancer, and Mercury in Scorpio. In first place, the greatest potential of water is intuition, a clear intuition, dreams that are revealing. But it is also the emotion, motion, the things that are moving us, what contributes to materialize in reality. This is part of the wisdom of Kabbalah. Intentions, thoughts, and emotions and actions, of course, are helping us to materialize things in reality. So this could make easier, the fact that we can liberate and purificate, to focus with intensity, because Mercury in Scorpio is a very intense Mercury in the decisions that are responding to the soul, to our dreams, to the higher purposes that we could have. Because every time that we are at service of that divinity inside, of that inner growth, we are also collaborating with the collective. And this is what we came here to do, to descend light in the forms that we came here to do it, and to collaborate with the others from that space. And at last, I'm not going to expand myself a lot in this, because probably I will talk about another video, but we have a t square, a square t. I don't know if how it is mentioned in English, but the focal point here, it is a triangle that is made by tensions. So the focal point, it is Saturn retrograde in Pisces, making a square with Venus in Sagittarius, a square with Jupiter retrograde in Gemini, which I made a video because the tension between Saturn and Jupiter, it is part of the whole 2024. I mean, from August to the last part, and it is going to extend on part of 2025. So, well, the key in here, transits with Saturn many times are manifesting like these obstacles or limitations that could be frustrating. But it is important to practice to see them as an obstacle, as a mirror of what is showing the excess of energy and how we have to put healthy boundaries. This is linked with relationships, but also in ways of consumerism, because many times the energy of Venus in Sagittarius and Jupiter, that is very linked with expansion and freedom. Many times we want to experiment the expansion and the freedom through the excesses of information or many other things. So it is important to pay attention to that. And also, if we are falling like in any fanatism in terms of a perception, an idea, and that leads us to wanting to impose that to others. Because one thing is to share a vision, even not being in agreement with something, and the other one is like believing that we are the people that has the absolute truth, the person that has the absolute truth. That comes from our disconnected ego, and that could lead us to force others to see the reality how we are seeing it. It is important to respect the processes of others. So, well, I just wanted to comment this. We will continue to expand on these transits on the next videos. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.